Yeah, you want to have like those first 3 months be fart free, you know? Yeah. Before you share your body.
Hello. How are you? Welcome to the Friday night showcase here at Ari's Tavern. 5686 Pecos, Denver, Colorado. And I say that for the audience. I mean, I know you know where you are, but there is an audience online of billions. Hello. And they're going to come to Denver and they're going to get themselves an Ari's Burger here at Ari's Tavern, 5686 Pecos Boulevard, Denver, Colorado. Thank you very much. All right, so I guess I'll be your host. I'll be your MC for the rest of the night. I'll be bringing up some of the funniest young comics here in Colorado. Well, they're not very young, but you know, some of them. But they're funny. They're funny. One of them is young. One of them is going to be in the clean comedy competition at the Comedy Works. Is that at the Comedy Works? Yeah. Okay, so she'll be in the clean comedy competition. What's your name, young lady?
Tiffy Pink.
Tiffy Pink?
Yeah.
Oh my God, I love that name. Tiffy Pink. All right. So, that's got to be a stage name, right? That's the stage name.
My Saturday night job.
Wait, it can't be your Saturday night job because you're in the clean comedy competition and you're 18 years old. So, all right. Anyway, let me get the dirty old man stuff stopped. Let me hit the brakes on that for a minute. Thank you, table to my left here, for coming out and staying and doing shows. I mean, and watching the show. Thank you. Are y'all celebrating anything tonight, or y'all just out hanging, or? I love that. We're celebrating beer. It's Feel Good Friday. I love that. It is Feel Good Friday. Thank you for. It's whose birthday?
My birthday.
Well, happy birthday, Mary. Oh my. I'm sorry. I said, hey, are y'all celebrating anything? And Mary looked at me and said, it's Feel Good Friday. Not mentioning it's her birthday.
She doesn't like birthdays.
Because of what? She's got to be what, 23, 24? Why would you be scared of birthdays, Mary? That's what I'm talking about. Are you? Now she's pissed. I went 23. My bad. My bad. My bad. Well, happy birthday.
Thank you.
Let's sing happy birthday to Mary. All right, ready? 1, 2. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Mary. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, sweetheart. Right on. Enjoy the show. Thanks for sharing your night. Okay. Today I saw a guy in yoga pants. There you go. That was the reaction I was thinking of having right there. Picture a guy in yoga pants with nothing under the yoga pants but guy. Very, very disgusting. And it had like a pouch. I don't know if is there guy yoga pants? Or had he pushed this out into like a pouch? Because he was wearing pouchy front yoga pants.
Did you get a picture?
I did not. I was scared. I didn't want to drop to my knees and go, hey, can I take a picture of your crouchy? Did I just say crouchy? Your, oh my God. See, that threw me off. But anyway, guys shouldn't wear yoga pants is the gist of that observation. All right. So there you go. There you go. There's an example of how you never know how a joke is going to go over. You know, you never know what's going to happen. Like I told a joke in Wyoming that I thought was going to be the joke that made me famous. Well, you know, and the joke was, hey, I wonder, as a method of suicide, if anyone has ever shot themselves from a cannon. That's funny, right? I thought that's funny, right? But then a lady in the front row looked at me and said, too soon. Like I had missed a human cannonball suicide the week before. So you never know how things are going to work out. Come on in. Come on in. Enjoy the fun. How are you? Good to see you. Welcome to Ari's Tavern. Friday night showcase. Comedy galore. Okay. All right. So are you think you're warmed up sufficiently to see your first comic? Yeah? Yeah? Cool. All right, Mary, happy birthday once again. Your first comic right here. We're going to bring her up because she wants to be the first comic. Jana? Yeah. She's like, who is that going to be? That's going to be you. That's going to be you. That's going to be Jana Pink right there. Come on up, sweetheart. Have fun. Have fun. Have fun.
Okay, it's Friday night. And I was thinking, I don't know what you think about this, but let me know. I think I should steal my sister's husband and move to Ireland. My sister, when my mom was pregnant with her, my mom and dad were like, oh gosh, what should we name her? What should we name her? Oh, honey, let's name her a good Christian, solid name. And so they finally came up with Jezebel. Well, you can tell my parents didn't read their Bible, huh? Jezebel always has to be, she always has to outdo you. She's got a daughter that she brags on all the time. I don't do that, but she does all the time. She goes, well, Cammie's got a 4.0. Cammie sold more Girl Scout cookies than anyone. Cammie makes so many tips. Her job is at Hooters. But you know what? I don't let that bother me. My daughter works at Shotgun Willie's. That pays for some church missions, let me tell you. So anyway, Jezebel, she's always trying to outdo me. Like, we have a family friend and it was his birthday. So what does she do? She bakes up she didn't bake it, but she made up a bunch of peanut brittle and sent it to him. And then sent him a $10 Starbucks gift card. So I thought, okay, you did that? Well, I'm going to send him a tablet. That's a better gift, don't you think? Or send him, an iPad. I'm going to send something better. So, anyway, Jez, she went down for Mardi Gras. And you know how you go braless and you pull your shirt up and they throw you beads? Well, she did that at our family Easter get-together last year. And Uncle Joe dropped the peas. We had to take him to the ER, because she's like, woo, pass the peas. And that was just too much. So anyway, Jez, she's always trying to fix me up with people. But let me tell you, I go down with my church and feed the homeless, and that's where I found Freddie. And Freddie is really into air pollution, and he's worried about fluorocarbons, so he rides the bus everywhere. He is such a good man. My friends are jealous. They go, where in the heck did you find Freddie? Well, I found him when I was feeding the homeless, but anyway, Freddie really doesn't know what a fluorocarbon is. And the reason Freddie rides the bus all the time is because he has 3 DUIs. Anyway, no, nobody's laughing because they're like, no, we got DUIs, man. So that's not so funny, is it? Anyway, Usually I don't like to, I like to recycle, like bottles and newspapers and just everything, even men. So usually I try to make a point out of dating men that are, number 1, divorced. Number 2, reincarnated. Because that usually works out. That's really recycling. So anyway, I used to be a blonde. But with the red hair, when I go on a date, the guys, when I was a blonde, they would never throw me the keys to the Mercedes, because they're like, nope, we don't want to die tonight. And now they're like, here you go, honey, you drive. And I also noticed that friends wouldn't leave me with their boyfriends and husbands, but with the red hair, they trust me way too much. Because I'm still human, honey, I wouldn't trust me that much with your husband. And men used to, when I had the blonde hair, they used to throw money at me and say, okay, I'll take a Bud Light and a shot of whiskey. Now they throw me money and say, go buy that company for me, doll. So anyway, like I said, that's pretty much how it's going with the dating. So it's not going so good, is it? Maybe I should sign up for Match.com. Anyway, happy Friday, thank you, and I'm Jana Pink.
Jana Pink, big hand, Jana Pink, yay! Nice. Okay, let's keep the comedy train on the fast track. Your next comic, very funny young man. Well, very funny man. Also, the funniest lawyer in Denver, Colorado. A big hand for Mr. Frank Shookett right there. Frank Shookett.
Hey, welcome to Ari's Tavern. Let's give it up. Give it up for being out here for live comedy. Give it up for Eugene. He keeps talking about age. I think we're too hung up on age in this country. I don't think you're old until being good in bed means you can sleep for 8 hours and not wet yourself. Thanks. Thank you. So my name is Frank Shookett. I hold the title of funniest lawyer in Denver. Let me tell you, that was a contest you did not want to see. Came down to me and Frank Azar. I won and he sued me. It's okay, we settled out of court. Yeah. So I'm a lawyer and I do comedy. I do the law so I can pay for my kids' education. I do the comedy so I can tell the truth. Thank you. That one didn't go over as well at the Bar Association talent show. I know what you're thinking. Is there a Bar Association talent show? Of course there is. Last year it was won by a magician, a guy named Raul. He can make felony charges disappear. Yeah, I do. I have his business card, yes. So I do the law to pay for my kids' education because education is expensive, very expensive. A friend of mine got married late in life, had his first child at 55. He comes to me, he says, Frank, you must know. What should I do about saving for college? I said, Ken, in your case, just buy life insurance. It's a plan. But college is expensive, but I have paid my last college tuition statement. How about that? Thank you. I talked my youngest into dropping out. Now, we're serious about education in my family. When my oldest daughter was going to high school, we're down in Denver, you get to choose where you want to go to high school, and she toured a couple places. She went to East High up on Colfax. She didn't end up going there, but some of her friends did. About 6 months into 9th grade, she comes to me and she goes, Dad, you know, if I'd gone to East by now, I would have done a lot of drinking, would have smoked a lot of pot, and I would have done a lot of making out. I looked at her, and I said, I'd like to go to East. All right, education. Education is the key. Hey, we all know Einstein was a genius with physics. Did you all know Einstein was a genius with women? His wife asked him one time, Albert, does this dress make me look fat? He said, honey, it's all relative. In theory, yeah. Has anybody else noticed that Sex and the City is really just the Golden Girls before they got old and moved to Florida? All right, the Golden Girls. I like older women. That's a little too old, but I like older women. I always liked older women. I remember the first time I went to bed with a 50-year-old woman. I was thinking, this is nice. Especially for a guy who just turned 17. I'm kidding. It wasn't very nice. In fact, it was really awkward. Turns out we were both virgins. Not gonna let that happen again. So I'm a lawyer and I do comedy. A lot of these other comedians, they ask me questions about the law. Some guy asked me last week, he said, Frank, what's the difference between jail and prison? I said, well, jail is where you go, where they take you after you've been caught, where they hold you for trial. And prison is where you go to serve your sentence after you've been convicted. It's kind of like the difference between being engaged and being married. Except there's more sex in prison. Got a few ex-cons here, okay. I tell these young guys, don't worry about marriage. Marriage is easy if you remember. Same rules apply to marriage as for school. Same rules for marriage as for school. You have to be very alert to when the next period starts. Everything you do is being graded. You can be expelled for cheating. Speaking of expelled for cheating, how about that Tiger Woods? He doesn't get much of a laugh anymore, Tiger Woods. All I can say is Tiger Woods proved one thing. He can place his balls wherever he wants. Sometimes it's expensive. Okay. We'll move on from that. So, my girlfriend told me I don't communicate enough. I said, I don't have to respond to that. It's a subtle one. Okay. All right. So, do you read in the paper about this kid up at CU Boulder brought pot brownies to class? Gave them out, didn't tell anybody else what was in them? The other students were really pissed off when they found out these brownies were made with gluten. I'll tell you, Colorado and marijuana, it's incredible, incredible. Some guy was telling me last week, he says, Frank, I can't believe it. There's been 3 articles a day about marijuana every day for the last week in the Denver Post. I said, dude, you've been reading the same issue of the Denver Post. That one usually works a little better, but you guys are either too high or not high enough. Yeah. A lot of people say marijuana is a gateway drug. I don't think so. I think it's more like a cul-de-sac. Some of you live in that neighborhood. Yeah. So I was back east recently visiting my mother. She's getting older, but she's feeling pretty good. She says 80 is the new 60. 80 is the new 60. I tried that line with this cop on the way back from the airport. He didn't get that memo. Y'all remember Clinton? Yeah. Hillary Clinton. Everybody, what do you think about that? Hillary Clinton. I don't think I'll get into politics here. Okay, stay out of that. All I'm going to say is I read that Jeb Bush might run for president. I got a rule on that. No more presidents who've been inside of Barbara Bush. Got you thinking, okay. Get a little personal here. I had to have some heart surgery recently. I had to have my aortic valve replaced. Scared the hell out of me. But my doctor was cool. He said, Frank, I think you should do the surgery now for 2 reasons. 1, I think it'll be low risk. And 2, I want to buy a boat. Figure out, man, what are you going to do? He says, we're going to take out your aortic valve. We're going to give you a pig's valve. So, whoa, Doc, where do you get these pig's valves? Swift Plant and Greeley? He said, no, they're Hormel. I said, you got anything from Hebrew National? So I got the pig's valve. He wouldn't know I had a pig's valve, but I've developed a taste for sorghum, and I've stopped flushing the toilet. I'm kidding. I don't like sorghum. So I was in the hospital for 6 days. You don't know what's going on. I'm in the hospital 6 days, and this tall redhead from the Ukraine comes in. She goes, I'm here to give you EKG. I said, okay, whatever. She opens up my gown. She looks at me, and she goes, oh, man with scar is a real man. You know, I found out later she didn't work for the hospital. But that was pretty cool. Anyway, folks, I used to end with, I only did about 10 minutes, but I'm going to bill you for a full hour. But now that I got a pig's valve, I'd like to end with that's all, folks. Enjoy the rest of the night. Frank shook it.
Frank shook it. Hello. Hey, are we having a good time so far? Yes, indeedy. All right. I want to get Mayor a drink on me. A birthday shot, okay? Yeah, you want a cucumber shot? Those are great. If you haven't had one, get yourself one of those cucumber shots. I don't know what's in them, but they're really, really good, and they taste just like a cucumber. All righty. Okay, we are going to keep the comedy train going down the fast track. That's cool. We're gonna whisper while they tell jokes. Oh, were you here? Were you out?
This is my brother from another mother.
What?
This is my brother from another mother.
Oh.
He's not mine.
How? Okay. That's your brother from another mother. That's a black thing, right? I'm not good at black stuff. I'm serious. I know I look like I should be really good at black stuff, but I'm not. I swear to God. I'm like the worst black person you ever want to run across. Seriously. I don't know the handshake. I don't know jack shit. Anyway, sorry. But I think you said that's your stepbrother? Say, okay, see, see, I'm there. Thank you very much. Okay, we're going to keep, did you, by the way, get to sing Happy Birthday? Did you see the Happy Birthday?
I got it covered.
You got it covered? All right, cool. All right, so we're going to bring to stage next hot young comic right there, Terry Barton Gregg. Terry Barton Gregg, bringing it.
You guys ready for this? Come on, I can't hear you. You ready for this? Okay, ready for Happy Birthday? We're going to do it the Jew way. I'm Terry Barton Gregg. I am the Hebrew hairdresser. Ready? Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday from an old Jew. Happy birthday to you. And many more, Mary. Mary with the cherry. Let's hear it from my girl. It's my girl. Yep. Okay, it's my turn. It's all about me now. I'm a narcissist. It's all about me. Jewish women like it like that. Trust me, ask my husband. He'll tell you all about that. Anyway, my name is Terry Barton Gregg, and I was wandering around 56 and Pecos tonight. Pecos. And I'm wandering around going, you know what you would consider a 56-year-old woman walking around Pecos at 9 o'clock at night? Landlord. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Where are my Denver natives? No, come on, bring it. Denver natives! Oh, come on. You sound like I'm at the goddamn sanctuary. I could be at shul tonight. Denver natives. Bring it. Okay. I went to George Washington High School in the 70s during the riots. You know, the Jews were always the first to leave the school premises because we had cars. Matter of fact, I drove the original Jew canoe. That's right. I drove a Ford Exodus. No GPS, 40-year warranty. You know, and a Jew canoe is the only canoe that no matter how hard you try, doesn't tip. Does not tip. You know, I realized that I did not need an aptitude test to know I'd be a great hairdresser, right? Because if you can roll a joint, you can wrap a perm. Just got to be careful which one you lick. Bitch, did you just lick my hair? And which one you light? Which one you like? Yeah, I've been a hairdresser for somewhat less than a millennium, and I realized my boss is a regular fucking bitch. I'm self-employed. Self-employed. And you know, what day do you not want to get your hair done, ladies? What day of the week?
Saturday. Every day.
Bingo. Well,
Oh, yeah?
with me, maybe, but Tuesdays, because we're off on Sunday, Mondays, so it's Hangover Tuesday. Hangover. We're chewing ice. We got one hand over our eye, and you say, "Will you give me this?" It's like you're going to get what I give you, and it's going to be a bomb. It's Hangover. It's Hangover Tuesday. You should see Cocaine Monday. You know, that's when the fade occurs. You get yourself a fade because it's Oopsie Monday. You never want to hear your proctologist nor your hairdresser say, oops. Because the proctologist can kind of fix it. The hairdresser really can't. Not at all. Not at all. So as a hairdresser, women bring in the before and after pictures. They say, Terry, can you make me look like this? Like, you know, it's going to take me quite a bit of work to get to the before picture. Always Jennifer Aniston. Ladies, it's a hairbrush, not a wand. And then the men call me up and they say, I'd like a little trim. You know what trim is, right? I'm like, I bet you would. So I always ask them, do you want me to blow that for you too? I'm going to do it only for the tip. And then they give me a pearl necklace. And I don't know why you guys always sell it as a fucking pearl necklace. Nobody wants the full strand, okay? Not a woman in here wants the full strand. We'll take a nice brooch and a pair of studs. That's all we need. Honest to God, that's all we need. And then the Brazilians, lady. What's with the frickin' Brazilians? What is with the Brazilians? Personally, I've invested in a good set of extensions. Just gonna beat it, braid it, throw some feathers in there. You know, for Christmas, dressed it up with a little tinsel, hung some stockings. For Hanukkah, I just shaved the middle, grew out the sides, put in some curls. And my husband kept saying, "Oh, honey, look at Rabbi Lipschitz. His tongue is hanging out." Hey, work for Captain Jack Sparrow, okay? That's all I'm saying here. So I now have moved out to High Leverage Ranch down south, and my neighbors do not know how to speak to a Jew. Matter of fact, my neighbor, when I first moved in, she walked up to me and she said, "Terry, is it okay to call someone a Jew?" I said, "Not if they're Muslim." It really doesn't work. It doesn't work so well. And you know, the entire Jewish population when we moved out there increased to 2. It is the most white bread and mayonnaise place I have ever seen in my entire life. When I first moved in, my dogs got out. And to this day, my neighbor thinks their names are son of a bitch and you little motherfucker. Okay, that's my kids. That's the kids. Those are the kids. And she was so horrified because my daughter used to store her Barbies in her Easy Bake Oven. She thought it was a tanning spa. Okay, I'm not even going to go into my Holocaust set now because you guys are not going there with me at all. You guys are not following that line at all. Oh, no. And so she looked at me and she said, "You know, I think our new neighbors are Indian." And I said, "Outsource or casino?" But I should have known. I should have known because when she calls the dogs, she doesn't go and she doesn't like scream for the dogs like, "Hey, Robert." She goes, "In they come. In they come." So I had the opportunity just recently to go to the gynecologist. Okay, love that little tripsy, don't we, ladies? Yep. So they give you a sheet, split down the middle, big thing over the top of you, like you don't know what the hell's going on down there. For God's sakes, who do you think's braiding this shit? So anyway, so I am assuming the position with my feet located somewhere behind my ears. And I'm thinking, you know, what the fuck? I think we should charge a cover with the 2-drink minimum. You know, I mean, I've come up with my own stripper name, Polar Vortex. I could put a frost on just about anything. So anyway, so I've got my feet located behind my ears. And this gentleman walked in, and I said, "Excuse me, sir, but I'm waiting for Dr. Wall." And he said, "Well, Dr. Wall was called away on an emergency. I'm taking his place." I went, "Oh, great." So I said, "Well, what's your name? I'd like to be, you know, on a first-name basis with somebody working me like a puppet." He said, my name is Dr. Goldfinger." I said, "Well, how about a first name there, Dr. Goldfinger?" And he said, "It's Hyman." I said, "Hyman Goldfinger? Can you imagine calling his office? You have reached the offices of Dr. Hyman Goldfinger, the man with the golden touch. Not even silver. Okay, not so golden. I can tell you that right now. Small hands. Very small hands. So he gets into the hazmat gear. You know, he's got the safety goggles like he's going to run into some kind of spitting lizard. You know, he's got the lead-lined gloves. He puts on the miner's light. He gets the canary in the cage. And he goes for the big spelunk, right? He goes for the big spelunk. And I'm thinking, you know, how about a couple of selfies? You know, can you throw that shit up on classmate.com? Guess who? Wish you were here. And I can hear it now. You know who that is? You know, I'll tell you who that is, Jody. Jody, that's Terry Barton Gregg. I don't like the extensions are not doing it for me. I like the perm much better. I think I liked her with the perm much better. So I thought I'd be hysterical if I lifted up the sheet and screamed peekaboo. His head flew up, shattering the miner's light. His glasses flew off. And I looked at him, I said, "You know, I'm sorry, sweetheart." I said, "But did you want me to go and fetch your glasses?" He said, "Don't you ever touch me again." And I'm thinking, you know, I bet your wife has said that a few times too. I bet she has. Where are my married people? No, I wouldn't admit it either. Married people. You know, my husband and I have a great relationship. We have a great relationship. We've been married for somewhat less than, I don't know, we've been married for what, 11 glorious months. The rest of the 32 years have been shit. But he's really romantic. Very romantic. On our 25th anniversary, he took me to Paris. But on our 30th, he came and got me. Just got his doctorate in educational psychobabble. Yep, he's a doctor. Can't perform plastic surgery. Can't write a script for medical marijuana. And if I have an orgasm, he expects a copay. And for the amount of money that bitch wants for a copay, he better make the earth move. Better make the earth move. Well, I have a couple of slight observations. Observations. First, my idea of the perfect man. Ready for this, ladies? Rich, mute, terminal, with no known living relatives. Thank you very much. My name is Terry Barton Gregg. I'm going to give you back to Eugene Kinney. Thank you.
That's Terry Barton Gregg right there. Hey, hey. Yeah, yes. Yeah, yes. Bring in the Jewish comedy. All right, all right. Oh, Mayor, come on up here, babe. Come on up here. Hey. Yes, Mary. Hello, world. This is Mary. Mary. And it is Mary's birthday. So happy birthday to Mary from around the world. Say, yeah. Okay. These are. Tell a joke, Mary. These are cucumber shots. They are extremely good. I don't know if you've had one yet or not, but good God Almighty, they're amazing. Happy birthday, sweetheart.
Thank you.
Say something to the world. Talk to the world right here.
I'm just glad it's Friday and it's happy hour and we're having a good time. I'm glad we came.
Thank you so much for sharing your birthday.
You do your shot first and then me with no face.
Here we go. No face.
No face. Don't get scared. Wow, he's a professional. Okay, here I go with no face. Ready? This is really big, but I got it. I have to swallow. No face.
Thank you, sweetie. Thank you. Hello. Yay, Mayor. God. Thank you. That was very cool. If I had $1 for every time I heard somebody say, this is really big, but I got it. All right. Sorry. Thank you. Thank you. All right. We're going to keep with the comedy show. Are you ready to continue with some stand-up? Yeah? Yeah? All right. Your next comic, very funny young man. I've only known Izzy for 6-7 months now, but he's come a long way. He's an amazing little comic, and he's a direct descendant of the Wright brothers. Izzy Wright, right there. Izzy Wright.
Sooner or later, I'll have jokes about that. So, to give you a level of how important I am when compared to them, I share a bedroom with a married couple, and they have a 2-year-old. So, I get no privacy. You follow me. So, I taught myself how to have an orgasm by thinking about it. Now I can't stop thinking about it. It's all right, you interrupted my climax. I'm good. Not in the mood for that anymore. I decided to try this little online dating thing recently, see how that was going. And I ask you things like, do you smoke, do you drink, and how often? And since only when I'm awake isn't an option, leave it unchecked. Don't want to misrepresent myself, you know. Next question is income. To be honest, no girls online cruising looking for a sugar-free daddy. They don't want their Splenda Papa, even though the genders are supposed to be equal. I'd do it too, you know? Stay home, cook, clean, I don't care. I might even try popping out a few kids, you know? Men can breastfeed, right? They can. Oh. If a dude's topless, breastfeeding his child at a park, is it indecent exposure? Would you look? Watch a kid suckling on that hairy man teat. Progressive families have some interesting obstacles to overcome, like their kids coughing up hairballs. I went on a few of those date thingies, went out with a girl who was into acupuncture. That was pretty great. There was no stress, no tension. Things were going great until she stabbed me in the back. Fell in love with a hairstylist. She died. It's alright, wasn't permanent anyway, you know? Bitch kept changing colors. Didn't quite make the cut. Went out with a girl who was into World of Warcraft. All I can say is, wow. That joke doesn't work for anyone because everyone who plays that game is inside right now. Since digital dating didn't really work out for me, I decided to try something a little more orgasmic. Organic. Orgasmic works too, actually. I've never seen a computer come. And again, maybe I just don't know how to work the hard drive, you know? Stuck with a 3.5-inch floppy. Let that one run for a little bit. I'm gonna try some new stuff, mess around with it. Actually, I'll give you one more horrible dating story. Actually, it's a great one. I went out with a teacher's kid for a while. That was a lot of fun. She gets 3 free periods off with me. We live 4 minutes walking distance from the school. Let you do the math on that one. We got in deep trouble once. She was late for her 4th period. Luckily, I lived on the 2nd floor, so you know. All right, cool. Kicking women down the stairs. We're not going to do it for now. I've been in a bit of a funk lately. I got to do the homeless thing again recently. That was a lot of fun. I was trolling around there, and I realized that homeless shelters are kind of the open mics for insanity. Get to watch people around there. People actually practice writing their signs before they go down to the highways. Make sure it really sells, you know? It's just a little note. I'm gonna try some new shit. Real quick, pardon the paper, ruin the illusion. Does anyone else remember a time when women were women and men didn't fall in love with cartoon ponies? Remember that? I don't like making generalizations. I think it's really rude to make blanket statements, especially about Native Americans. Let that one run first. During the whole... I'll run this real quick. I want to end it on a good one. Good one. And I'm losing everyone. You know what? I don't have the chatter. We got it. Have a great night. Thank you very much. I've been Izzy.
Is he right? Well, you know what I like about you people is when you people stop laughing, you do it all together. It's like, we're just going to ignore him all together. Okay. No, that wasn't bad. It was not a bad, I didn't mean it badly. Now I've hurt your feelings. Oh, by the way, earlier today, yeah, thank you. Earlier today, I had to cash a check. So I go to my bank to cash a check, and my teller at my bank, I tell her we're going to do a comedy show. Please come down and to see the show. She shows up, and tonight is her 21st birthday. How crazy is that, right? That's what I'm saying. Another 21-year-old. Is that crazy, Mayor, or what? So we're going to get Janet a cucumber shot. Janet, please come to the front. Come to the front and say hello to the world. Janet, yay. Yay. 21st birthday. I would say I remember my 21st birthday, but I really don't. It was that long ago. Yay. Happy 21st. I'm not going to take another shot because they're really, they'll knock you out. So, say hello to the world, Janet.
Hello, everybody. It's my 21st birthday. Woo!
Happy birthday. Shot. Yes! Woo! Thank you, sweetheart. Thank you. Happy birthday. Happy birthday. Thank you so much for coming out. Yay. Wow. Shared with the whole world. That is so cool. Well, not many people will ever have a tape of their 21st birthday. I don't know if I would like that or not, but hey. Yeah, it's all over the internet, but hey, congratulations. That's the new world we live in. You ready to keep the comedy show going? Yes. One of my favorite comics in the entire world, and I say that, not lightly because I know a whole lot of comics, but she's one of my favorite comics in the world. Vicky Enger, right there. Vicky Enger. Bring it. Did I say Edgar? Edgar. Vicky Edgar. Thank you.
Oh, it was cute how I'm his favorite and he still fucked up my name. He's like the guy that's like, I won't come in your mouth, oops. Anyway, hi, I'm Vicky. Hi. I'm sorry. That would be horrible if that ever happened to me. It hasn't, but so, yeah, I'm with you, sister. Hey, happy birthday, you guys. Seriously. How awesome is that? And I would like to say that I am so glad I'm not giving any of you fuckers a ride home because I really like my car and I don't have a Rubbermaid bucket with me. But anyway, do you guys have kids? Anybody have kids here besides me? I have 5. Stay with me, alcoholics. 5 kids right here, the baby maker right here. 5 kids and they range in age, no shit, from 7 to 23. 7 to 23. Holy fuck, right? But it comes in handy. Because the other night I was out at a restaurant and I had too much to drink. And I was like, fuck it, you're driving. But to my kid, it probably sounded like, driving. So. We got pulled over anyway, though, and the cop was a dick. And finally, I had to stand up for my kid. I'm like, listen, dude, give him a break. He's 8. Yeah. It's really embarrassing doing your roadside sobriety next to a Volvo station wagon with a baby on board sign in the back. I'm just not gonna lie. At the Highlands Ranch parking lot of the public library. That's at 4 o'clock in the afternoon. But don't judge me. Thank you. That's awesome. Yeah, actually. Detox was a lot of fun. I'm not going to lie. Detox was awesome because all the guys were really loaded, so they thought I was thin and pretty. I know. Until like 3 a.m. when they were all blowing zeros. And then it hit me. I was like, shit, I blew some zeros myself tonight. Yeah, that's a rough night. That's a rough night. It's hard to go home after lockup and explain to your husband why you have stretch marks around your mouth. I'm just going to say. It's terrible. Terrible. Shit, you got to pass the time. Some people ate granola bars. That's all I'm saying. Anyway, so that's fun. I do have 5 kids. I have to tell you, I've given birth so many times, we don't even go to the hospital anymore when I go into labor. I just squat over the crib and induce a sneeze. Holy shit, it's another boy. Awesome. They're great. They're horrible. I've been on maternity leave so many times. I told my boss, listen, if I get pregnant again, just throw me down a flight of stairs. I'm not kidding, because, I mean, we're from the suburbs, so we're totally pro-life, but we're not anti-gravity. And, so thanks for keeping up. That's awesome. Some of you guys are like, gravity? I saw that movie. It's awesome. Last time I was pregnant, I decided to splurge and get maternity underwear instead of the granny panties I'd been wearing. And so I went to Cherry Creek Mall to that like snooty pee in the pod store. Oh my God. And the cunt that worked there, she was like this big around, and she came up and she was like, "Can I help you?" And I told her what I wanted, and she goes, "Oh my God, you should try a thong." I'm like, "Listen, sister, I don't think you get it. See, here's the gig. If I like things up my ass, I wouldn't be pregnant right now, would I?" That's right. That's right. So I left with $800 worth of granny panties. It was awesome. Awesome for me. Shit. I drank all through my last pregnancy. I did. I drank like a fish because I was like, you know what? Fuck it, he's number 5. It's not like there's going to be money left for him to go to college. No way. Nothing like a little fetal alcohol syndrome to help you set your expectations low in life. You know what I'm saying? Dude's going to wear a hairnet when he grows up. That's all. Totally. Awesome. I love him. Love him. God. You guys are so great. These are not nearly as funny to sober people. I'm just saying. Love you guys. Awesome. Sheesh. They're horrible, my kids. They're horrible. I have 4 boys. 4 out of the 5 are boys, which is the equivalent of like 12 retards. Just to put that shit in perspective for you, they're horrible. I have a teenage son. I swear to God, every time I go in the shower, it's like an episode of CSI with like fucking DNA all over the walls. I'm not kidding. I don't like to use the bathroom. I'm afraid I'm going to get pregnant again. I'm like, yeah, I know. Tell me about it. Every time I go in my shower, I'm like, who the hell blew their nose on the tile? What the fuck is going on in here? It's disgusting. I hate him. My teenage son makes me believe in late-term abortion. I'm not kidding. I think once they turn 13, you should be able to terminate as long as you use a coat hanger. Damn, you are sick motherfuckers and you're going to hell. All of you. I swear to God. Wow. Holy cow. I know it's hard to believe I am married, actually. I'm married, I know. Because I'm a catch. But I just stopped wearing my wedding ring because it made me look fat. And, no one wants to date you when you're fat. So. You guys are cute. I have a teenage daughter. She's a animal. Oh my God. My teenage daughter thinks the solution to all of her problems is to burst into her room into tears and run up to her room and slam the door. So we got her back. Last time she did that, we locked the door from the outside. Then we paid my 7-year-old to stand in the hallway and go, "Kayla, telephone! Your phone's ringing!" So she was a bitch. We left her there for 3 days. Hate you. Hate you. My daughter is gorgeous too, and there's nothing awkward about her in her teen years. She is absolutely beautiful, drop dead gorgeous. So now we have to protect her from all these horny little boys who've been sniffing around since she had her first heat. We've been praying for braces, glasses, and acne since she was like 10. Sneaking into her room at night, rubbing Rogaine on her upper lip. She's hot. She looks like she's from Commerce City now. It's awesome. Sorry, I had to take the shot. I'm a whitey from the south suburbs. What the fuck else am I gonna do, right? She's awesome. God, she's horrible. I swear to God, if she doesn't straighten her shit out, we're taking her down to Trinidad and buying her a penis. I'm not kidding. I find me a BOGO coupon. Mama's getting one too that takes a fucking battery, you know. Pull start like a chainsaw. Just. Fuck, I've got kids. I'm not going to tell you. It's a big yawn. That's all I'm saying. God. If we can afford it, we'll spring for the black one, too. I don't care. I don't have a problem. We're not prejudiced in my house. We're not like that. We're not like that. Damn. You guys are so fun. You're so fun. We're gonna take it a little grosser here, so hang in there, all right? God, I've been really stressed out at night. Do you guys get stressed? I get so stressed I grind my teeth at night. Does anyone else do that? God, my husband hates it. He says it hurts. His ears, but whatever you thought, that was funnier, so that's cool. Anyway. Kids, fucking kids, I hate them. I swear to God, I think I'd be a way better mother if I didn't have any kids at all. Because it's so easy to judge other people at Walmart, and God, I hate them. And they ruin your body. My kids have just tore me up. They have wrecked me from head to toe. My breasts look like 2 tube socks with hacky sacks in the bottom. Not kidding. I'm stuffing overcooked asparagus into my bra every morning. Just, It's horrible. The other day, I bent over in the shower and they applauded. My husband walks into the bathroom and startles me. I turn around too fast, I get one stuck in my butt crack. What the fuck kind of wedgie is that? That's bullshit. It's not right. It's degrading. The other morning, the alarm went off. I leaned over my husband to hit the snooze. I teabagged his ear hole. He thinks it's foreplay. Guess who had to fall down the stairs? They're horrible. Horrible. 5 kids, those assholes. God, I hate them. I just hate them. They wreck you everywhere, head to toe. All my kids, shot out the channel. They all kind of, you know what I'm saying. And I have friends who had C-sections, and they're like, yeah, but you should see my scar. I'm like, whatever, bitch, you should see mine. I'm a fucking hair lip. I'm not kidding you, I queef with a lisp. You guys are so much fun. Enjoy the rest of the show. I'm Vicki Edgar.
Vicki Edgar right there. That's Vicki Edgar. Oh my God. Wow. Oh, killing it. All right. Let's just keep the comedy train on the fast track. You're second to the last comic of the night. We have one more dude and one more girl. Right there, Zach Moss coming to the stage. Zach Moss, yes. Zach Moss 3 times. All right, sweetie.
Hey! You guys have been a great crowd so far. Give yourselves a round of applause for paying attention, listening to all this. So, I've got some really big news, guys. The Best of Westward came out yesterday, and I won Sexiest Bud Tender. That's right, guys. You're in the presence of a sex symbol right now. So if you were wondering why your dicks twitched and your puss sweated when I walked up on stage, that's why. All right? It's not always easy being a sex symbol, though, guys. I should have herpes. But I don't. And I figured out why. It's because I can't get herpes. I can only give herpes. I'm what you call a herpes carrier. And if you don't know what that is, it's what herpes ride on when they're going to war. They go and they fight their cold sore wars. They come back and they tell their Cold War stories. Even though it herps, guys. The greatest generation, they always say her please and thank you. They wouldn't think twice to give you the herp right off their back. That's right, I have more. You guys don't like this already, though. Fuck it. We're moving on. Worst that joke's ever done. But, yeah, I just got out of a serious relationship recently, and how I knew it was serious was, you know, we didn't laugh or smile anymore. We started shaking hands goodnight. You know? But anyways, we did the cordial coffee recently, you know, where you go and meet up, you know, and exchange the things you left behind. And I brought in a grocery bag and set it down, and just a lonely dildo rolled out across the coffee table. And I said to her, "Did you know other girls won't use this? Did you guys know that? Women don't like hand-me-down dildos, even if you wash them. If you're gonna buy an expensive one, you better make sure you love that girl, all right? That is like the finger you put that ring on." She likes it. But, you know, we got our closure. You know, I'm over it. I'm not mad. I'm not mad, guys. You know what? I don't get mad. I get semen all over your toothbrush. I know. It's gross. So anyways, I've been internet dating now, doing the swiping shit. And I had a match the other day, guys. She said hi, and I said, "I have said yes to 10,000 women on this thing. And you were the only one who said yes too. I don't know if that means there's something wrong with me, or if it means there's something wrong with you. But I'd like to think there's something wrong with both of us. And we're meant to be together forever and ever and ever. Caps lock, ever, 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 ever." She says, "Do you know how to make a woman squirt?" I said yes, but only out of her eyes. So we're getting married, guys. Getting married. I'm kidding. I'll never get married. You know why? Because a wife is just a mom you fuck. Oh, think about it. Think about it. They both have you take the trash out. They both take care of you when you're sick. They both burst in the door screaming at you for making out with your girlfriend. You know, I don't buy into this happy ending stuff, you know, all these Disney movies and stuff. You know, I like to think that 52% of all Disney marriages end in divorce. Princess Jasmine and Aladdin, they're done. Sorry to let that genie out of the bottle, but there wasn't any magic going on between the carpets. Some say it's because she wouldn't give up the Abu. So, I am really seeing this girl now. We were talking on the phone the other day, and she told me about this conversation she had had with her friend, and her friend told her, "This guy did the grossest thing to my friend the other day. They were having sex, and he pulled the condom off, and came on her back. Is that not the most offensive thing you've ever heard?" And I said, "Yeah, he was wearing a condom? Gross." That's not gross, guys. Coming on the back, that's not gross. That's probably the least gross place that I've ever came. Me personally, I like to come on a woman's hands and feet because it's hilarious to watch them crawl to the bathroom with their cum trophies in the air. I'm just kidding, guys. I say that to feel like a man. I actually do that because I miss my dog, Boots. Fucking love that dog. Fucking love them 4 white paws. So, just went on a trip to Jamaica with my family. And the first thing that happens is the plane lands in Jamaica, and the pilot gets on the intercom and he says, "I don't know what's going on. They've shuffled us over into a dark corner of the runway." Like, oh, great. Maybe that's what's happened to that Malaysian plane. It's just been shuffled over into the dark corner of a runway, and their pilot doesn't know what's going on earlier. Then he says, "Wait, they don't have a gate for us, but they're bringing a ladder. But it might be a long time because they only have one ladder. So when I get to the front of the plane, It's actually a ladder. There's a fucking ladder to get into the Bahamas. Then I go and get into a taxi cab with a family from Texas. And the first thing he says to the cab driver is, I bet you don't even know what a fireplace is. And I'm kind of offended. I'm like, no, he knows what a fireplace is. And the cab driver says, what is a fireplace, man? The Bahamas, we only have sunshine here. I'm thinking these guys aren't going to get along, but the Bohemian and the Texan became the best of friends. And do you know what it was over? They both hated Mexicans. 100,000 square miles of ocean, 300,000 legal. I said the same thing anytime people start hating on Mexicans. Have you ever had tacos? Tacos are fucking amazing. I don't even have to get into enchiladas. I don't even care what Mexicans do. Fuck! Their food is great! All right, guys, that's going to do it for me. I'm Zach Moss.
That's Zach Moss right there. While I was standing back there, I figured out the hand-me-down dildo problem. Save the box. There you go. Problem solved. Okay. We're going to have one more comic. Michael, we're not going to bring you up. So you're going to be okay. You want to do some time, Michael? Are you going to do some time? All right. But before we bring Michael up, I want you to meet our youngest. She's going to be in the clean comedy competition at the Comedy Works. She's going to do like 5 minutes. Give me your name again. Tiffy Pink. Isn't that cute? Tiffy Pink. Come on, Tiffy. Do some time, baby. Yes. Tiffy Pink. Second generation comic. That's nice. I love that. Go ahead.
Hi, everyone. You guys are probably ignoring me, and that's fine. I'm a teenager. It's life. I turned 18 not too long ago, and I was together with my family. We were at the spaghetti factory. It's pretty innocent. And my little grandmother, she's a tiny little Italian lady. She's adorable. She reaches over to me, and I'm wanting this wisdom. She's going to bestow. She's like, Tiffy, always use protection. I'm like, Grandma. I mean, she has a 76-year-old boyfriend, and I'm not buying that he fell down the stairs and broke his hip, if you get my drift. No, so I went to Walmart. Not to buy condoms or any of that. Just looking at the people and the kids. I don't want to go, Mommy! They're dragging them. No, nobody wants to deal with that. It's enough for me. I also don't like getting sweaty. That could be why I'm a virgin. Recently I started driving because when you're over 16 and you don't drive, people start to wonder, like, oh, sugar, you don't drive? And they're like, something's not right with her. She's not driving. Johnny, you stay away from her. You don't talk to that girl. She don't drive. There's something wrong. So my town is they're notorious for being butts when you're driving. They're like, so I was really, really grateful when they were being nice to me as I was driving along. They keep doing the peace sign at me, except they're only doing it with one finger. They're old, so I just shake it off, and I turn around and I smile at them, and they do it even more. I mean, they're just so sweet. No, and lately I've been doing some dating. I had my friend, she set me up with a guy. It was a blind date. He was actually blind, which was really nice. I didn't have to do my hair or makeup. This other one, though, I was like, after that, it was a little iffy, too touchy. So I was like, when she told me she had another guy, I was a little dubious. But she's like, he has a car and he drives. And I was like, that's nice. The last one walked to pick me up and he had a limp. He was just, hi, baby. No. Then she also told me, she said he goes to church and he has a degree. I love older men and I love them educated. So I was like, all right, set me up. He had a degree, all right. 3rd-degree murder. That wasn't it, though. He was Baptist. Nobody's got time for that. I don't touch that. High school is a really weird place. So lately we've had a lot of suicides. And we were everyone was you guys are laughing. You're all sick. Everybody was encouraged to do something to outreach to everyone. So they started handing out these flyers. You matter. Get 15% off Burger King. Like, and that's all for tonight. I'm Tippy Pink.
Tippy Pink right there. Wow. Nice. Way to go. Oh my God. Way to go, Tiffy. Nice. Okay, we have one last comic to go. You ready? You still with me for one more? Okay, cool. All right. This comic, the last show that we had here, our Friday night showcase, we like to, on our Friday night showcase, put up new comics. Like you just saw, young comics, up and coming. Last time he was here, he did his first set ever as a stand-up comic. Tonight, he will do his second set ever as a stand-up comic. Right there. Michael, pronounce your last name for me. Mardich. Michael Mardich coming to the stage right there. Michael Mardich. Go get him, buddy.
I know she wasn't that tall. All right, good evening. So first of all, I was actually going to go, Mardich is Austrian. So I wanted to throw out that whole, my family almost took over the world because it's Italian and Austrian, and then Terry ruined it by being Jewish. So thank you, Terry. So instead of going there, I'll go completely racist, and Eugene laughs, but he's probably the whitest black guy I have ever met. So I'm military, and I've served in Iraq and Afghanistan, and thank you. I throw that out there just so I can get some applause. So, but when I went for training, I was training down in Alabama. And I'm from Colorado, so the only places I've ever really visited is Wyoming, New Mexico, Four Corner type stuff, and it's pretty much white people. So, and I grew up on a block where it was Italian and Hispanic, so I'm pretty used to those cultures. So when I went down to Anniston, Alabama, I thought I knew who black people were, but apparently down there they didn't know that the war ended. So I went to 6 months of training, and my first restaurant I got to go to down in Anniston was segregated. So I walk into a restaurant with 3 other soldiers that I was training with, and I'm sitting down. It said, "Please seat yourself," so I did. And the waiter walked up and said, "I'm sorry, sir, you're sitting in the wrong section." I'm like, "Look, I don't smoke, but I'm hungry. I don't want Army food. I just want to sit down and eat." When I looked up, I realized that it wasn't a smoking or non-smoking. It was black and white. So I still sat there and ate because we're from Colorado, and we're not racist in Colorado. So when I was getting ready to pay, the guy that was taking my money said, "Do you got black people in Colorado?" And I'm like, "We do not." I'm like, "We're still dealing with the Indians." I said, as soon as Custer takes care of business up north in the Dakotas, we're gonna, we'll start bringing some black people in. And I shit you not, he was looking at me like I was serious, and my buddies were going like, "No, not funny, we gotta go." Because I always got to be the funny guy, and I'm like, "Oh, he's being sarcastic." He was not being sarcastic. So, I've done one set. This is my second set, and I wasn't planning on being up here. I wanted to come and watch some of you guys do this stuff, and it's funny to watch you guys. It's always a blast. So I got a goat update. Apparently, when I was in Iraq, I was there for 2003 and 4 for the war. And my unit, all we had to eat was MREs, which are the packaged meals and all that crap, and it sucked. So my unit decided that they would go to town and they were going to get a goat and bring it back and serve that for us, to, give us kind of a treat. Well, as I told this story last time, there's no members of PETA in here, right? So, well, they walked up and they grabbed the goat, and the people that got the goat are friends who hunt all the time. So they hunt deer, they hunt elk. So killing a goat should be pretty damn easy, right? So they go to the local market, get a goat, bring it back, and if you're squeamish, they cut its throat. And the goat did not die. So they grabbed the goat and they stabbed it to try to kill it. The goat did not die. So they did the humane thing and held it down and hit it with a rock. And that damn goat did not die. So they shot that little son of a bitch about 2-3 times. So I have an update, because apparently in comedy, the goat never dies. The goat, the last I've heard, escaped. It's totally not true. I just whispered that's not true. The goat escaped and joined Al-Qaeda, because why would it not? Became a member of the suicide bomb squad. And in the end, after years of training, blew himself up, missed every GI, and we still ate that son of a bitch, Eugene. The goat did die. So thank you guys. Thank you so much.
That's Michael Martich right there. Michael Martich. Sweet. The first time he told the story, they shot the goat and the goat died. So that's why he said, okay. And so while I was telling him in comedy, the goat never dies. The goat should always be alive. You never kill the goat. The goat should come back and kill a bunch of people. But I didn't think the goat was going to suicide bomb himself. So anyway, there you go. Did you have a good time tonight? Friday night showcase? God bless you. Happy birthday, Mayor. Happy birthday. Thank you so much, people, for sharing Mayor's birthday with us. Thank you for coming out supporting live comedy. These comics here, look them up on Facebook, and they're just getting started. So if you saw someone that you liked tonight, please come up and tell them, hey, you were really funny. I'd like to get your Facebook address. I'd like to pretend I'm going to come see some of your shows. Thank you once again. Good night, everybody. Bye-bye. Thank you so much.